What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back today for another unusual episode. We're going to be doing something today that's a little different, but it's going to be kind of cool. So I've got this old deep freeze right here, as you can see. And we done pulled the pump. Went ahead and pulled the pump out. So there's the pump. This thing's broke. Hasn't worked. I wish it did work because it would actually be even better. Because we could have put an inline thermometer on the power to this thing and set this at like 60 degrees, and it could have just like kept circulating the 60-degree water kicking on and off, but that didn't work, so we got a better plan. I don't know if it's a better plan, but we got a plan. But what we are doing is we're going to turn this here old deep freeze right here, piece of trash that I had laying in my garage. Nobody wanted. I tried to give it to everybody that I could think of. Dutch, Daniel, you name it. I was going to bring it to them. They could use it for feed, keep their feed in it. Heck, it's sealed. Rodents can't get to it. It would have been perfect. But they didn't want it. So my buddy Richard over at Fat Slabs Guide Service. You guys don't know who he is. You need to go watch some of my videos. I'll try to link a card right up here. But we are going to turn this into a bait station. So this is going to be like a huge fish aquarium, I guess you could say. He's going to keep his minnows in it after his trip. But it's basically going to be pretty simple. I'll show you. I went and bought this, which is a 3-inch drain, and there's a 3-inch drain cap cover somewhere. I don't even know where I put it, but anyways, we're going to drill a hole, and it's going to go in here like this. Boom. And then I'm going to get, it's going to be 3/4 inch. We're going to get a submersible pump. Oh, there's the screen. The screen goes over it. I'm actually going to hot glue some smaller wire. I'll show you guys all this step by step as we go. But when I took out the motor, we're going to come up through here. I got to silicone everything up. There's not very many lines. There's just like a couple lines in here on both sides, all the way down and under. We'll probably go ahead and silicone the cracks. It has a drain down here. I got to get a boat plug. We'll put a small boat plug in there. But yeah, this is going to be really simple. Like I said, I'm going to come up through here with that 3/4 inch. We're going to silicone it down, glue it down, and then I'm going to have a piece of PVC pipe that comes up capped, and we're going to drill holes in it. So when the pump, what happens is we're going to pump the water out of the lake into this off the bottom. So it's going to be a cold water. I'm going to put an overflow in it right here, and the water's just going to come in and flow out. He uses minnows so often, every day, 2 trips a day. Richard's really taken off with his guidance service. I'm really proud of him. I'm happy for him. He's a really good friend of mine, a really good dude. And so I'm going to build this for him. He knows I'm building it. I've talked to him. We've discussed some ideas. I told him I had this. I really wanted to get rid of it and get it out of my garage. And I really think this is going to work perfect for what he's wanting to do. And so we're going to get on with the build. I don't know how much I'm going to get done today. It's going to be one of those here and there type projects, so I'll get it done this week. It's supposed to rain. I'm working nights. It's supposed to rain today. No rain here yet, but it is supposed to rain, and it's supposed to storm the rest of the week. I'm talking like every day. We're supposed to get 4 to 5 inches of rain. So this gives me a project to kind of work on inside. Like I said, I'm on night shift, so you guys stick around. I hope you enjoy this build. And if you guys are guides or ever wanted to convert one, there's all kinds of designs out there. I've seen them where people are coming off with sand filters off a pool pump, and they're making it where you can filter it with a pool pump, and we're not really worried about that. It has a drain in it, so he'll be able to drain and change let the water out and clean the bottom of it out here and there periodically. But for the most part, he uses minnows every day. He's going to be basically dipping them out of here, taking them fishing. And this is just going to keep him alive whenever he gets back from his evening trip. That way, he will have minnows on hand all the time. So we're 4 minutes and 30 seconds into this video. Let's get to the build. All right, so I don't have a 3-inch hole saw. So what I've done here, and you can tell, we got it marked. I came through here. I actually had it like this and kind of drew a little outline of where I wanted it because I don't want this up too high. So this is down here. Flipped it over, drew a little circle. Didn't really like where that was, so we coming to the top of it right there, traced it on the outside. And so now I've got me the perfect cut like I said, I don't have a 3-inch hole saw, so we're gonna drill a hole and I'll just jigsaw it. And then I've got a burr bit. I'll go around it if I need to. So I'm gonna do that and I'll show you that after I'm done. All right, so I'm pretty particular and kind of anal about everything. So I didn't have a 4-inch hole saw to cut this with, and the jigsaw wasn't working, but I ended up, luckily I have lots of tools, so I ended up using the Dremel and put a metal bit on it. This was a burr bit. I was kind of finishing it off, but put that metal bit on after we traced it. Ended up cutting it. There also ended up being the cooler lines all in the side, and those were kind of a pain. But once I got the metal tin off the sheeting, I cut these with the jigsaw. Went easy. But now we got a mess in here. So I got to clean all that out. But let me show you guys this thing. Okay, so I came back and put some wire mesh over it so no minnows could get through at all, because I didn't know if they could fit through that. I got to silicone this on, and then it comes out to the 3-inch drain, which we will run this down and then over into the water. Basically, we're just circulating fresh lake water in here at all times. I'm going to put the line in here with some, it's going to shoot the water this way, and the water will drain out. Basically, simple idea. We're just going to use fresh water off the lake. We'll probably drop the pump down about 16 foot into the water, so we're pulling the cold water up off the bottom, and it'll keep cold water circulated through here at all times. So that'll keep the minnows fresh and alive, and it will be nice. Here, get this garage cleaned up. Look, I got a kiddie pool. I've got all kinds of stuff. We got kids everywhere. And she wants in my boat. Okay, YouTube, we are back for day 2. I don't even know where I left off, but I went and bought some 3.5-inch bolts with washers, and we came in, silicone the crap out of this with a silicone, and then we tightened it up. I actually tightened it pretty tight, but you can see the silicone kind of like right down in there. So that should make a good seal. And we went and bought one of these, which is a flange, and we're going to put some Teflon tape, and we're going to run this out the bottom and make it to a garden hose. And we're going to silicone the crap out of this too. So that's what we're going to do next. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you. So this one I do have a hole saw, and we are going to make sure that it is big enough to cover the 3/4, which it is. So we're going to drill this hole out this big, and then we're going to silicone the flange on, and after that we'll be back. All right, so we got a hole all the way through. We're going to take this and silicone the crap out of the bottom of this, and then we'll screw it down. I Teflon tape this up pretty good. So we are going to install it in the bottom, which I had to put it in a few times because the bottom of the flange is tighter than the top. So I had to kind of make this smaller threaded by putting it in and out. So that's what we're going to do now. So whenever you do this and put that on, you also want to make sure you leave enough room on this side to actually screw the other part in, because I've got 2 of these couplers that go from 3/4 to pipe. And then we got a 3/4 inch piece of PVC. So let's silicone the crap out of this and install it. All right, actually before I silicone that in, I cut a piece off that's gonna stick down through. I don't know how big I want this, but we're gonna go ahead and glue these 2 pieces together, then silicone it on, and I can work with this on the bottom side up underneath here. So I cut it a little long. All right, so as you can see, I glued it on, and now we're gonna silicone the crap out of it, and then we're gonna put it in. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I will show you that when I'm done. This is all pretty easy, so I'm just kind of showing you what I'm doing and then the after. All right, so we silicone the crap out of this, and it's in here. So as you can see, we got tons of silicone and screwed it down. These aren't really holding anything because it's just going into styrofoam. It's not like it's going all the way through like these are, but it'll work. So that's really it as far as this is gonna go. You can see the pipe down here. It come out. We have to put. It's going to a garden hose, so I'm gonna have to put this on. But that's it. I'm gonna come in here and silicone all this up and the cracks. All right, so hopefully this holds up. We put silicone caulking liquid nail in here, and I've got all the cracks completely sealed. So this is all sealed up. Of course, this is all one piece, so I don't have to worry about that. I sealed all the way around the bottom, all the way up the sides, around the back side here, and then the rest of it's all one piece. So we're gonna leave this now overnight, and I guess we'll finish this build tomorrow, hopefully, because I'm taking it up to him Friday. Yeah, looking good so far. I can't wait to see it work. It's gonna be pretty cool. I don't know what I'll do with all my napkins, but all right. Till tomorrow. We'll see you later. All right, so we're back for the build for day number 3. Almost complete. I already went ahead. I didn't video this, but I installed this. So this is going to be your income pipe. I got to come through and drill holes down through here so it shoots water in. But we also need to paint this because that's already starting to rust. So basically all we got left to do on that is to drill the holes into the pipe, which that's going to be super simple. And then we have the line coming out down here. I haven't done anything with it, but we just went and purchased. I already went ahead, put the tape on this, around this to be glued. And I don't even know what I did with the parts. Oh, they're in my pocket. There they are. So I bought a 90. We're going to come off the bottom of this down here, and we're going to run it out the back. Right down here. And then I'm gonna put this on. But I also bought a 45 because I was thinking about bringing it down a little and then hooking the water hose part on it so it's not, so the water hose isn't sitting like this, like kinked. So it'll be more of a straight run. So I think we're gonna do that, but we'll see. But I'm gonna get after it. I'll show you what I got done here in just a minute. Okay, so we got it done, except for drilling the holes in the pipe on the inside. But let me show you guys what I did here. I'm not really for sure if I like it, but I did it, and so I'm not gonna redo it. But check this out here to cover all this up. But this is all glued, and it runs in, and this comes down, and it's pretty much flush with the bottom. But here's the deal. This is gonna hang off the edge of the dock where the pump's gonna go down, so that's not gonna be an issue. So I just cut that wire screen. I brought it out. That way he didn't have to take all this crap off to disconnect and hook up in here. He can actually just hook up out here. So basically that's it. We're done with this build. Other than drilling the holes in here, we're pretty much done. So I guess we'll see about doing that next. I got to try to find a way to make this stick in here. Sorry, I'm shaking like crazy. I drank a coffee earlier, and coffee makes me shake, and I haven't ate yet, so we're pretty much done. So let's get this thing all buckled up. All right, so this build is complete. I still got to put the side panel on down here, but let me show you guys exactly everything I've done since I turned the camera off, because I feel like I've done a lot, which I really haven't, but I feel like I really have. Let's show you. I've already seen this, I think, where I ran it out so he can get an easy connection here. That's going to hang off the back of the dock, so the connection will just go onto it and don't have to worry about it sitting on the ground. But if that becomes a problem, we'll shorten it. But we got the holes drilled, so the water's going to come in. I drilled them. I just drilled 2 on every inch, 1 inch apart. I staggered them so water will shoot this way and this way. Then I couldn't keep this in, so to ensure that it doesn't come out, I came in and drilled holes in this, and And this is actually so that he can take this out. So this will rotate up. You can actually take that out. For the most part, that will stay in like this. That way that it can't fall out. That way we don't lose any minnows to the overflow. Overflows in. This is a add-on that I added after the fact. Put a drain plug in. It's a 3/4 inch. It's not big enough. It was too big. I had to work on it with the Dremel. But there's that, which will drain out right here. So I'm hoping that works. It should. I'm gonna leave this out. There's no need that. Oh, I painted this. So that's it. That's the minnow tank build for Fat Slabs Guide Service. Good friend of mine, like I said. Very proud of him for his success in the crappie industry. He's been slaying the crappie. And, well, Richard, this is for you, buddy. Had fun building it. We were going to do it together, which couldn't work out a time to do it. And I wanted to video it, so that's it. That's what I've done. It's windy outside, sorry. I don't know if the wind messed up, but I don't know that I like how that still falls out that much, because a minnow could get by. Maybe. I don't know. I'll figure something else out there, I think. I would hot glue it. Just hot glue it in, but then he couldn't take it out and clean it. I'm trying to make it where this can be clean. I'll figure something out. Not a big deal. All right. That's all I got for you today. Sorry I got a phone call, but like I was saying before, if you haven't already, be sure, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stick around. I like to do fun projects like this. I'm getting ready to build a office desk, just like this one in the picture. So I hope you guys want to watch that. I made a post on my community tab. I've had a few people reply to it, but not a whole lot have seen it. But anyways, like I said, we got stuff coming up. We got fishing. We got some woodworking. We got some honeybees. We got odd projects like this. I mean, be sure to just hit all them buttons down there and come around and hang out with me for a little while, I guess. So that's all I got for you. Until next time, love you guys. See you on the next video.